For starters, you had all 5 starters pop up on the injury report. I know they've been upgraded to probable. Are any of them in danger of missing this game or being limited on minutes or anything?
No, we're all good to go.
These Jokic and Embiid matchups have become so anticipated just for fans of the league and fans of the game. Obviously, you have a game to coach involving that and surrounding it, but how excited do you sort of allow yourself to get for just two great big men who are sort of at the face of the game going against each other?
Yeah, not nearly as excited as you, I'm sure. It's first game of a 5-game road trip. They're a very good team. Obviously, Joel is a great player, reigning MVP. Have our hands full with him, but not just him. I mean, Tyrese Maxey is a hell of a young talent. Tobias Harris, while Joel was out, I think stepped up and played really well. But I understand the allure to this matchup because you have Nikola, 2-time MVP, Joel, the reigning MVP, who play the same position, and they're both great talents. And we'll have our hands full with Joel. He can hurt you in so many ways, almost unguardable. And so it's going to take all 5 guys, and we have to give them different looks, try to keep them off balance to the best of our ability.
You mentioned Tyrese. What kind of stands out to you about his game, just from afar?
Speed, quickness, open floor, his ability to change ends, just really, really quick. His ability to draw fouls, get to the free throw line. He can knock down the 3, you go under him, and then if you chase him, he can get downhill. And really, I think underrated finisher. His ability to get into the paint, create contact, absorb that contact, and finish are all things that kind of jump out to me. But yeah, that guy, he's capable of putting up 50 on any given night.
What team aspects about Philadelphia concern you most?
Oh, a lot. There's a lot. I mean, they turn teams over. The number 1 in steals, and that ignites their break. They have a top 5 transition team. So that's probably priority number 1. Can we go on the road and not turn the ball over and fuel their break in front of a terrific home crowd? And then if you're able to do that, Katie, and force them to play in the half court, obviously they live in the paint. Obviously, you have the number 1 and number 2 post-up players in the NBA. So you have Joel, but he's just as effective in the ISO and in the pick and roll in the pocket. And they draw fouls like no one else. They're first in free throw makes and attempts per game. And then obviously, coming off of our Indiana game, can we rebound? This team is I think top 10 in second chance points per game. So that they have a lot of ways they can hurt you, and that's why they're such a good team. And it'll be a hell of a challenge for our guys to start this trip off after spending 9 hours on a plane.
Maybe to go off of that question, just where do you see Nick Nurse's imprints most on this team in his first year?
With Nick, defensively, they're going to do a variety of things, change things up. He's done that in Toronto for years and very creative on that end of the floor. And I think so probably more so from a defensive standpoint, all the different looks that we're going to see tonight.
Mike, from a public perspective, Nikola seems like kind of a hard personality to crack or to break through with. How did you find a way to build?
I'm still trying, man. Not 9 years in, I'm still trying to crack that nut. He's a completely different person than the persona that he allows people to see. And obviously I'm very fortunate to have the relationship I had with 9 years on the court, off the court, coach, friend, whatever you want to call it. So he really does have a great sense of humor. He is silly at times, but I think in front of the public eye, he likes to keep things very vanilla and keep his private life private, and you have to respect that about him. But yeah, he's a terrific guy to be around.
Did he make you work for it, so to speak, or did you guys feel like you could?
No. When he came in, he was a second round pick, and he was just happy to be here. And no one could have seen what was to come. But no, he's always been very approachable, and I think all the time I've spent with him off the court have definitely helped that.
Excuse me, you said 9 hours on the plane. Was that a joke, or did you guys get stranded, I guess?
I wish it was a joke. No, yeah. We had, the weather, just, you guys have the same weather here. But the weather in Denver was very, very cold. And for some reason, we were supposed to leave at noon. We left at 5. And then obviously have a lengthy trip flying all the way here. So long day of travel, but most important thing is we made it. We got in safely, and our guys will be ready to go tonight.
Do you feel like everyone is closer now?
Two.
To each each other.
To each other, yeah. No, we sung some songs, held hands. You know, we made the most of the moment, the 9-hour moment, that is.
There have been a lot of one-shot situations at the end of quarters when Reggie's on the floor where it ends up being him sort of trying to create something for himself. To what extent is that something that you guys have been talking about? Do you like that to be the situation with his one-on-one creation ability, or do you want to see things diversify a little more in those situations?
Well, it depends on the game, the situation, who's on the floor. Is he out there with Jamal? Are we in the bonus? Is it a 2-for-1 situation? Are we holding for the last shot? There's so many different variables that go into those situations, but overall, Reggie, end of game, end of quarter situations with the ball, playing pick and roll. Most teams are going to switch in those situations, and Reggie has the ability to break the defender down, get into the paint for himself, or if the defense collapses, the ability to kick out and find the open man. So yeah, Reggie is he's a vet. He's proven himself time and time again, so we trust him. All right, thanks everybody.